If the internet had a health checkup, what's the first thing that businesses should focus on?
Well, in the internet health checkup, for example, the patching system should be right, the authentication or the password should be there. There should be in the access on the monitoring what has been getting tracked.
Cybersecurity is more of a tech issue. Do you actually agree with that statement?
Cybersecurity isn't just about a technology, it's about
An organization needs to learn about cybersecurity. What would it be?
a regular cybersecurity awareness training for your people, because the best firewall in the world cannot stop someone from clicking the wrong link.
Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of HOK Talks. In a world where digital threats are growing every day, you need an expert to guide you correctly with the right tools and strategies. One such expert is in the house today. Please welcome Mr. Nirav Khimani. He is the National Sales Manager of Cybersecurity Practice at Konverge Technologies. Hi Nirav, how are you?
Thank you for having me, Kunal.
So Nirav, we hear a lot about cybersecurity these days. So if we had to explain it to a layman, how would you explain it?
Well, think of cybersecurity as a seatbelt for your digital life. Most of the days you won't be able to notice that, but once it happens, you probably gauge it the right. That's what it is.
So you mean to say that it's a safety equipment when you're driving your car, just like you're driving your car, but you don't really need it until unless when something untoward happens.
True. So it's like an insurance, like something goes wrong till that time you don't realize it, the facts. So that's what we're trying to put it up as a cybersecurity.
So cybersecurity is not just about protecting personal data, but as we know, it also affects a lot of businesses. So what is one solution or the thing that you want to tell the potential customers that this is the right way to go about it?
So in simple words, cybersecurity is like locking the doors and windows of your home. Similarly, just like you protect your home from the thieves, cybersecurity protects you from your data network, from the hackers, viruses, or any other online threats. In a simple words, I would try to put it up this way.
So cybersecurity is what someone, most of the businesses think that it's a reactive measure, but rather what you want to portray is that you should be proactive in your approach.
Well, true. When I say proactive approach, it's more about the awareness of the trainings, that because a simple click can change opens the doors for the threats to the organization. So more or less I can say the awareness of the training is more important.
So I think we'll come on the awareness part in a bit, but I wanted to ask you, if the internet had a health checkup, what's the first thing that businesses should focus on?
Well, in the internet health checkup, the basic hygiene should be there. Like for example, the patching system should be right, the authentication or the password should be there. There should be in the access on the monitoring what has been getting tracked or what has been getting searched on that things.
Okay. And can you let us know some of the common threats that companies face?
As I rightly said earlier, the basic hygiene is required. People should be aware of what needs to be clicked, what not to be clicked, and the more important is that it's the door that gets opened not by clicking the links, which is unknown links. We need to be very much aware of it, what needs to be done or what does not needs to be done. It's like a do's and don'ts that the organization shares with the users.
So you've been a sales leader in cybersecurity. How do you differentiate between your role and an IT sales role in the same organization?
When you talk about the traditional IT, or probably we talk about the pure cybersecurity, the traditional IT talks about more about the features, performance, cost. Cybersecurity talks about the trust, resilience, and the risk. These are the two basic differentiators. Being as a sales leader in this space, just selling the product is not the right. It's all about solving the issues of the customers, listening more closely, and give the right solutions to the clients. That's the differentiator that we talk about today.
Right. So it's safe to say that this is a typical day for you as the national sales manager? Does it look the same to you, or all the days are different?
Well, the reality is every day is not the same.
Okay.
One day I probably sitting and discussing with the team about the planning. On the second day, I've been uncovering the things with the clients' challenges, teaming up with the experts or technical experts, try to find the solutions and get the best of the solutions delivered at the right time to the customers to solve their issues. Each day is not the same. Every moment, every day or second day is different for me.
Right. So it's every day there's some kind of a issue or some kind of resolution that you need to address to. But Nirav, I wanted to ask, your professional career has been into sales, right? You are a sales leader right now, but I wanted to understand, how did you start your professional career in the cybersecurity field?
Being into engineering, and I would say I was in a core implementation guy.
Okay.
When I begin with it, initiated. Meanwhile, with the colleagues and the senior most team had guided me. I've started and did my product trainings. I did my studies, more certifications, and over a period of time, when you have a client-facing jobs, you try to gauge your strengths and weaknesses at that time. And with your senior mentors' guidance, you grow up. Well, things have came up with that journey, and no doubt today, from an implementation to the product guy to the hardcore sales, have been into all the industries, including telecom, or I would say in the OEMs or the product chaps. So I'm happy to have all the sides of colors. Well, the only thing is that keep learning and stay focused in your profile, because it's always a new thing, and new day comes up, the new challenges.
Definitely, as you rightly pointed out, you need to keep upgrading yourself, keep upskilling yourself. So you also mentioned about the certifications. So if I wanted to be in your field, trying to pitch prospective customers with cybersecurity solutions, what kind of tests or certifications that I would need to gain, and maybe if I wanted to be on the product side, is it any different, or how is it?
Cybersecurity, when you say based on certifications, I would say security cannot be learned due on the paperwork. Well, it guides you. There are a lot of certifications. There are OEMs who certified you. There are audits like CISA, CSIMS and CISSP, like a lot of organization certifications out there. But the more important, you learn it over a period of time with your, I would say, journey that you go through it. And it's always a learning on field. And more important, you have something on hands-on on the IT side that helps you gauge the problems of the customer, deployment challenges, and then probably every new solutions you acquire have a better understanding before you pitch it to anyone. That's how I would say any engineer or any guy who can join for the cybersecurity practice.
Right. So, Nirav, how many years has it been for you in the cybersecurity industry?
It's been around 15 years plus in the overall IT structure, and at least 10 years, I would say, in this cybersecurity space.
Oh, wow. So that's a lot of experience that you have gained over the years in cybersecurity. So my question for you was that you have seen cybersecurity space evolving over a period of one and a half decade, and now that AI and automation has come into picture, so what do you think about it?
AI and automations will make cybersecurity faster and move the agile, spotting the issues faster before that strike. But similarly, the hackers will be using the same tool to attack the things. So it's more about in future is the AI plus the human judgments are more important, which I would say the speed for the human judgments are much more important with the combining of the AI.
You mean to say the future attacks would be more sophisticated when it comes to the hackers trying to gain access, unauthorized access, but at the same time, with new cybersecurity solutions in place, they will also implement some handy AI features that can also thwart those attacks.
Well, true. Attacks are always sophisticated. We've never been told that it's a layman, but See, AI always helps in terms of trying to correlate and gives you better judgments. Similarly, the anti-hackers like us who tries to use the same AI features and the judgments, but with the human efforts, which are experience and the judgments, with combining of that helps you a faster judgments, protects you the better way. That's how things will work in tomorrow's future.
Right. So you mentioned about awareness and user behavior, right? And there has been a study that say that cybersecurity is more of a tech issue. Do you actually agree with that statement?
Cybersecurity isn't just about a technology; it's about the people. So one click can open the door of the attacks. At the same time, the awareness and the good habits are paramount here. So it's vital for the security tool that we talk about.
Okay. So any interesting or surprising incidents you have experienced in this field that you would like to share?
One of these most surprising cases I have seen was the company triggered the full-scale cybersecurity incident response, only to discover the attack was been taken by caused by an employee intentionally, or probably I would say a misconfigured automation tool. So during those case, if I say it showed up in that the cybersecurity, every threat is not a hacker's threat. It's all about sometimes a human error can be much more disruptive as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say this thought about a surprising case that it came across.
So if there's one thing that an organization needs to learn about cybersecurity, what would it be?
A regular cybersecurity awareness training for your people, because the best firewall in the world cannot stop someone from clicking the wrong link.
So as a user, outside of work, what kind of cybersecurity practices that you personally follow?
Thinking of not just clicking the links whichever it comes to you, including in social media, and keep your passwords reset every couple of weeks or a month, at least a month. So it helps you to protect a basic hygiene. Keep a basic hygiene. That's it I wanted, because it's not about somebody tries to hack you. It's about you do a mistake and let the doors open for them. So that's the basic hygiene I follow.
So I think multi-factor authentication these days that companies have developed, and they also offer it to individual users as well as businesses. I think that also helps in a way to thwart all these attacks.
True. In that situation, you're right. The multi-factor authentications or passwords, that's what I said. The basic hygienes are required. Authentications are a part of hygiene.
Right.
And it has to be followed. More or less, it helps you to safeguard your data and your logins.
Right. So my next question is about the work-life balance. How do you do it? How do you spend quality time with your family? Because you are juggling a major role over here at Konverge Technologies.
Well, I plan my evening meals, or I would say post dinner. I have a coffee with my wife and with the family. It's like, or probably I can have a walk with her post dinner. It's a very short time, but it means a lot for me.
That's true. So does your wife also work?
Yes, she works.
Wow. So she's a working professional. So how do you guys make time for each other?
So, a tricky one. We manage the same way we handle our priorities and deadlines, and we show up accordingly, like more of the coffee dates than to less emails. That's how we follow.
I would actually say no emails at all, but yeah, less email is also fine in information overload age these days. But is there any ritual or a habit that you follow to keep your professional life separate and personal life separate?
Largely with the coffee times that we spend together, but she loves the coffee, and probably every Tuesday we go for a temple together with the family. That's the basic thing. I can assure that that's a part of rituals that we follow.
So Nirav, my question to you is, what kind of coffee does a wife like? What's her favorite coffee?
Hazelnut.
So do you have any hobby or passion outside of work that you diligently follow?
Well, I play cricket with my friends every weekend. So that's at least the things I follow to keep myself occupied and just free my mind.
So do you prefer to plan everything in advance, or are you a happy-go-lucky guy and see where it takes you?
Well, it's I would say a balanced approach. Big things I try to put it in a track, and rest I keep it as a life comes up as a surprise.
We know, Nirav, you have a son, and we wanted to know, having a son, being a father to, I think, a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, right? If I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. So has it changed your perspective towards life and work?
Well, work feels me more less challenging, but when your toddler has mastered in negotiations, in a bad time negotiations, I would say, and honestly, I would not have any other way to settle these things. So that's how I would say that has changed me a lot.
So what kind of negotiations? At least that would be a pro tip for me when my daughter is actually, trying to negotiate in the same way.
I would say everything, everything. There is nothing that he has very specific, but everything. When it comes negotiation, they have everything.
So how do you balance teaching discipline to your son while at the same time making it more fun for him?
So I set the rules, but I also join him in breaking the rules. So that's how we balance the discipline and fun.
So I would want to make it a little controversial. Who's the favorite, for your kid? I mean, it's mama or papa?
When you ask him, then he will say both. But I would say a mother is always the closest to the guy.
You had any parenting moment, that you were trying to teach to him, but instead it made it actually more funny and it taught something to you?
Yes, I tried teaching him English grammar during his exams when his mom was not there. She was traveling. Actually, that turned up to a lot of laughter from him, because I understood it that he was much more better than me during that course of time.
And considering, I feel, how we learned English and grammar and all the other subjects, the way of learning has totally changed these days.
I would say not to try to teach your kid if you're not good enough.
So, Nirav, let's move to the rapid fire round. You asked a set of questions to all our guests on the show, and this is what we also want to do with you the same. So, I'll ask you one question and you have to answer it as quickly as possible. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, what's more chaotic, Mumbai traffic or a data breach?
I would say Mumbai traffic just keeps me stuck.
Worst username that you have created?
Probably something like password 123. It really cringes me today as being a cybersecurity professional.
But I think that was actually a smart username, because the studies that I have read or seen, password 123 is the most common password. So you already gave out the password as the username.
After this, I would like to change the password.
So what's the last show that you binge watched?
Squid Games.
Oh, okay. I still have to watch the last season. So at least don't spoil the thing for me right now. So one sport that you love watching and your favorite player in that particular sport?
Being an Indian, cricket will always be on the top list. And for me, it's always been Virat Kohli is one of the players whom I really admire because of his focus, consistencies and ability to work under pressure.
So do you have any fond memories of any innings that he played?
Yeah, I remember 183 in Asia Cup against Pakistan and T20 Australia, something 83 scored. That's a wonderful innings that I remembering of his.
I think my favorite memory for Virat Kohli's innings was straight 6, I would say a lofted 6 that he played against Pakistan in a very crucial moment, and that actually made the way for us to win the game. So if you had to rename cybersecurity, what do you think it should be called?
Cyber remains the cyber, but there should be some shield that we talk about. So the cyber shield can be a name because it's a frontline protector for business and chaos of the internet.
That's a very thoughtful answer. And do you watch any movies, Nirav?
Obviously,
yes. So who would be your favorite actor then?
Well, the actor or actress?
Anything is fine.
Well, the actress is Chitrangada Singh. I just enjoy watching her.
Nice. So she is actually a very talented actor. Last song that you secretly danced to, when no one was watching?
Kala Chashma, while you being in the kitchen.
So what's the one thing that you always forget to pack when you're traveling?
Battery bank. Being a sales chap, forgets battery bank.
These days, how the battery life of all the new phones are, I think that's one of the most important things that you have to pack. What's one thing that you buy often and you really can't stop despite repeated warnings from your wife?
Cigarettes.
Your all-time go-to food?
Chinese.
So that was great, Nirav. Let me actually, switch back to another set of questions for you. So, as you said that you've been in cybersecurity for a while. So, since it's evolving at a really fast pace every day, how do you keep learning?
Well, I stay ahead with the network, with the industry networking people, and also with the team, our internal technical team, and the experts. Getting some knowledge from them, what are the changes today, and it's like learning from both the teams, like from the news as well as the frontliners.
Interesting. So it's not just about the knowledge or the white papers that companies publish. It's also with networking, with the like-minded people in the industry. So we all have faced challenges in this industry. Can you share a moment where things did not go as planned? And how did you actually handle it?
Well, if I recollect, one of the major deal once stalled due to client sudden crisis. Instead of pushing him, I helped him in solving the issues, navigate the issues, and try to give him the better version of it. It has built a trust in them, and when they were ready, they came up with the larger project, which I had never anticipated.
I feel that's the best way to actually pitch to a customer. That's the best testament, because the customer will also get that confidence from the company or the person that they're working with. So you mentioned about cricket, right? I mean, you play cricket over the weekend, but is there any other hobby outside of that you keep doing or playing?
I play chess with my son and keeps losing it. That's how.
Nice. So what's your funniest or the most memorable tech fail moment at work?
I would not name the customer side. When I was an engineer, I did upgraded one of the core switch, and it was not coming up during the activity. But the basic IT engineer's logic to reset the device and things started working. That's the best way I would say.
So you have seen cybersecurity being operated in different countries. So different countries have different laws and different kind of implementations, I would say, how to go about it. So in terms of some factors like awareness, adoption and investment, where do you see India standing behind more developed markets?
Pretty well today, I would say, with compliance enforcements like PCI, DSS, or I would say HIPAA, SOC, GDPR, things are much more well and getting better.
Okay. And have been the client expectations different, compared to Indian customers and international customers?
A bit, I would say. Abroad, the client asks, how do we stay ahead of threats? In India, many still ask how much it will cost. But yet, I would say the mindset has been changing, and it's been moving to the evolving better.
Right. So it's not just about the cost anymore. Yeah. It's about how it is being implemented. So what makes Konverge Technologies stand out from the crowd when they offer their cybersecurity solutions?
In cybersecurity, the differentiator isn't who shouts the loudest, it's who listens the best, because the real solutions come from the understanding and not just selling the products. So Konverge team has that ability to do this of listening, or I would say team does this well. So that's how the differentiator of the Konverge makes it from the other SIs.
So do you feel any industry or sector that has some kind of urgency that Konverge can partner with?
As I said earlier, the compliances and people are evolving. Today's the urgencies are with the regulatory fines and all that. The BFSI, healthcare and e-commerce industries are where more data sensitivity, regulatory pressures are been coming up, and the customers' trust are paramount.
Makes sense, I guess, because they are highly regulated, they need these securities in place.
Correct.
Are there any new technologies or partnership on the horizon that you feel that it will take Konverge to the next level?
We are exploring and partnering with the related to AI, zero trust, or smart alliances with the global security vendors, where to help the clients and stay focused and be ahead of the attackers. So that's how we trying to evolve ourselves.
So we've seen a lot of deepfakes these days on the internet. So can you explain to the audience what exactly is it and how can they actually prevent them from the deepfake misuse?
If I say deepfake is like a synthetic media, like we probably take video, audio, or image created using the AI and to mimic a real world, like person likeness, I would say, making it difficult to distinguish the real one or the fake one. I would also say that how you get protected about it is don't avoid your stuff more. I would say like avoid sharing photos, videos online, privacy settings to be wisely configured on your mobile phones or any of the devices. Unusual request, example like money, and nowadays the call happens voice. Avoid that without verifying it. Don't take it up. In case if there is any suspected things that comes up, you can definitely highlight it to the cybercrime government. There are websites and cybercrime.government.in. You can highlight there as well. The fact is also there are Indian laws which protect it, like called as a cyber, I would say IT Act, prosecuted in the IPC of the Indian. So it's not that there is no provisions. There are provisions in our Indian laws, and there are very, I would say, hefty fines as well as the, I would say, the penalizations in the Indian laws. That's what I would say, that be protective and be wise enough what you do and share it online.
In addition to being mindful, I would again, bring it to the same thing that awareness is key for any, deepfakes that you want to actually recognize. Otherwise, it won't be beneficial for the end user because you can get scammed very easily.
Obviously, the awareness, and because as earlier we had one conversation where he says that it's not a single firewall can help you if you click a wrong link.
Right.
Nobody can stop you. So it's more about the basic hygienes to be followed and the right things to be wisely taken with individuals in the employee segment.
Understood. So Nirav, what is the best advice that you have received in your professional life?
Well, there is one say by APJ Abdul Kalam, chase excellence, not success, and success will follow. I believe that was also been named in one of the movie called Three Idiots. That's the only norm that I follow.
Yeah, if I remember it correctly, it was said by Amir Khan. Success jak maar ke tumhare piche aayegi.
Absolutely.
What would be your favorite productivity hack?
A productivity hack with the work that I try is when I need to have presentations with the customers or any product knowledge, I try to refer YouTube and try to have that short video before I reach to the customers and understand the travel, that during the duration I really go through that. It's easy for us, try to remember what we talk about, and it gives a very short synopsis in your brains that this is the technology and this is what is all about.
That's a great way actually.
True, it gives you learning at that moment. That's the only place that we have either the calls or either we learn.
Right. So before we wrap up, one last question to you, Nirav. What's one thing that you wish people would truly understand about cybersecurity?
Well, I wish more people understand that the cybersecurity isn't just a corporate IT issue. It's a daily habit. And simple thing is like using a strong passwords, not clicking the unwanted links, two-factor authentication, as you rightly named it up, that makes the biggest differences. So most breaches don't happen because of highly sophisticated hackers. It's because of the small lapse in everyday to-day life that we do is like a digital hygiene.
That's actually a wonderful way to put it. It's not about the hacks per se, but it's about the awareness of the end user. They need to be aware who's trying to scam them or not. Sure. And on that note, I would like to thank you, Nirav, for taking the time out today. Thank you for coming on to HOK Talks, and probably I'll see you in one of the future episodes as well soon.
Thank you. I wish now I go back and change my password.
And that's a wrap on today's Power Packed episode on HOK Talks. If this episode gave you a fresh perspective on cybersecurity, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This is your host Kunal signing off. Until next time, stay aware, stay secure, and remember, in a world full of threats, knowledge is your best firewall.